A lot of close quarter racing here. It's getting very frisky. Welcome back everyone to some more F1 2021 driver career mode. Heartbreak last time, of course. We suffered a DNF in Brazil. A solid racetrack, of course, for us, and yeah, it was painful to see us not finish the race after a gearbox failure. Yes, it was in fact a gearbox failure, because if we look at our gearbox, the fourth column is red, so that thing combusted. But we're heading into the next one, which is Australia, and then we have two more Grand Prix after that, and then the season's over. So yeah, we'll see if we stay at Ferrari or if we go. The vote is still open, so head on over to my community page. There will be a link in the comment section. I'll probably pin it, hopefully, so you guys can go vote for one final day, maybe two final days. I'll make up my decision soon, so we'll see where we go next season. Anyway, we're heading to the next race, Australia, Melbourne time. Not a strong Grand Prix circuit for us, but we've had some successes here. Let's see what we can pull off here today with Ferrari. Welcome to qualifying around the Melbourne circuit. This Grand Prix is, as I mentioned before, a little difficult. We don't have the real pace around here, but free practice one did show us some glimmer of hope. A little bit of rain here and there, so I used that to my advantage to get some of the practice programs completed with purple colors, and then I went on the dries, on the softs, managed to get a P6 finish out of all 20 cars, so that is also a very good sight to see. But of course, other cars did not drive on the softs, so we're not sure where they place on the standings, so we'll see what happens during qualifying. Solid circuit, solid track, trying to maximize our time on the curbs, trying to make sure we cut as much of the corner as we can without impeding on the line itself, so trying to make sure we stay on the circuit, and we should be able to set some decent lap times today. Qualifying is going to be straightforward, dry but overcast throughout the whole race or whole qualifying session, so I'm not too worried. Race itself is also going to be dry, so let's just whiz through this session, try to get a decent finishing position in Q3 hopefully, and set ourselves up for the race. Let's see our first lap of Q1. How competitive are we on the table? P5, not bad, not bad, but it's a little worrying to see an AlphaTauri ahead of us. Here we go, 1.3 tenths improved. I don't think I'm going to gain any more positions. Ooh, this is dangerous. P12 is not good position to be in. Yep, P12 is where we finish in that Q1 session. P5 for Carlos Sainz. Of course, he's going to be much better than me. Mazepin, Raikkonen, Schumacher, Giovinazzi, and Latifi get knocked out. Let's move on to Q2. Lap 1 of Q2. Let's see where we sit. P9. Dangerously close to the dropout zone. I think we may need a soft compound tire run. Not sure. Alright, we've improved by 5 tenths here. Let's see where we sit. P11. God dang it. Right behind Max Verstappen. Yep, we do need to do a lap on the softs. We've got to start on the softs here. Alright, we've improved by 1.4 seconds or so. Let's see where we sit then as we cross the line. Oh dear. Okay, I thought this was going to be a difficult race weekend, but I didn't think it would be this difficult. We get knocked out in Q2. Oof, that is harsh. That is very harsh indeed. Tsunoda just ahead of me. P12 for us. Stroll, Zhou, and Russell are also knocked out, so we'll have to go to race day and see where we place by the end of the session. But race day is coming up. Let's see if we can make up for lost positions from P12.
The crowd are here and here in force for what is going to be a fantastic day of racing. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz and Ricciardo, Gasly, Aitken, The Real Deal and Lance Stroll. Norris, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Zhou, George Russell and Latifi, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher, Kimi Raikkonen and Esteban Ocon, Mazepin and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Jumping straight into the race then, let's see what our strategy could be. Medium to softs, because we did not qualify into Q3. So that seems like a good strategy to have. It, despite the projections saying it will be slower, it's always good to start on the mediums to softs. It's a very strong strategy. Let me edit this one and see what options we've got. Yeah, not too bad. This medium soft stint doesn't look too bad either, but let's get going. We're starting P9 after some grid penalties, so we've been boosted up a couple positions. Let's make good use of this. Lights out, and away we go. What? Where's my acceleration? Oh god, my acceleration stalled. It didn't register on my controller. Oh my god, there goes an Aston Martin. Not my fault, man. Your fault. VSC is surely gonna get deployed, no? Or are we just gonna keep going? Oh my god, I nearly rammed straight into the rear of Stroll. Alright, we're going. No VSC deployed. Try to get Stroll here. Don't know if I can, but I want to stay competitive. That's the main goal here. Competitive against the South Compound tire runners. Very important to do so. Not bad. Could have taken that chicane a little better. AI are going head to head here. Inviting me back into the group here. Oh, right into the rear of Aiken. Oh, teammates in the pits. Must have some damage. Vehicle condition.
No issues with tire.
Okay, we're good.
Keep taking care of them.
Despite having some contact with Aiken, we're still good. Gonna push Norris on the outside here. Wow, side by side between Gasly and Ricciardo. Oh my god. Side by side with Gasly here. Oh my god. No. Norris is boxed in. This is not good. Absolutely not good at all. Oh, that was tight. Dangerous. He's on my inside. Norris is on my inside. He's gonna get me. No, he's not. That was a tight turn for him. There we go. He's slowed down. Alright, we're through. Whoa, this is a struggle and a half because I'm not fast around this circuit.
This lap, we can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
We need to catch up to Gasly and Aiken, man. Come on. Ah, Norris has DRS. He's getting past me here.
Okay, we lost
Darn it.
position. Try to keep focus.
Oh, he locked up. Ah, couldn't get much momentum to take him. Yeah. Jeez, my car is really slippery for some odd reason. At least I got DRS here. Trying to keep myself close to Norris. Exceeding track limits, are you sure? Sure about that, man. Ah, really losing pace here. Got an Alpine on my inside trying to overtake me. Doing well here. A lot of close quarter combat or close quarter racing here. It's getting very, very frisky. Come on. Come on. Where's my pace at? Let's go. Oh, because my front left is overheating a little bit. Alright, alright. Let's relax a bit then.
Green flag.
Is there a car retiring? It looks like a Mercedes is retiring up ahead. Oh, Hamilton's out.
To the car ahead is
Hamilton has retired.
5 seconds.
That's a free position gained then. Thank you very much. We're up to P7 now. P7. Time for people to start pitting, which is a good sight to see. It means free positions gained. 2 positions again. Perez and Ricardo, both in the pits for Haas. Must have been one and only stop. More people in the pits. Aiken and Bottas we overtake.
Next car 20 seconds ahead.
20 plus, yikes. Driver in front.
Verstappen ahead. They've just entered the pits. They're on fresh mediums.
Fresh mediums. This is gonna be a challenge and a half, trying to stay competitive against Max Verstappen. Let's go wide. Ah. These racing lines are so distracting, man. Okay, we're safe, I think. A little wheel banging, but nothing too serious, I think. And we're through. I am gonna be in danger of getting overtaken by Max Verstappen, though. So let's see if we can battle it out. Oh, Verstappen's in the pits again. Okay, he does have front wing damage. My bad. My bad. Oh, Lance Stroll's out. Hold on. Safety car deployed.
It looks like they're retiring. The
Okay.
officials are deploying the safety car due to
Oh dear.
cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
What's my strategy then?
Copy.
I am going in, that's for certain. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Okay, let's take this safety car as an opportunity to box.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Into the pits we go. E-I-E-I-O. And we're in. Let's go on to the softs. I'm gonna risk it. Let's go on to the softs. Let's see if we can save and preserve the softs until the end of the Grand Prix. 2.7 from the pit crew. We're down in P3. We could be down in P5. Or P4, sorry. P5. Let's see if we can beat Aiken out of there.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop.
Ah! No. We're right behind Aiken. Teammates in the pits. Okay. He's making good use of the safety car as well. Good. Let's see if we can stay on these softs until the end of the Grand Prix. I don't know. My tire saving tenacity is pretty good. Let's see how we do here. We just need a good restart. Tires are pretty good shape. We have 2 compounds lighter tires on. Let's punch it. Let's try to get Aiken here.
The incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
A little deep, but we got the position. P4. Oh god, there's a crash back there, I think. No, never mind. People are going. We got Ricardo next. We got a bunch of hard compound tire runners next, so let's try to get these guys. Oh, great slaloms there, man. Great chicane. I'm diving it in here. Thank you, soft compound tires. You guys are marvelous.
Nice overtake.
We're on the podium here. Oh, we're getting some real pace on these softs. I love it. I love it. Hold on a sec. I think I can get Perez here. Up the inside. P2. We got Bottas next. These softs are wicked fast. No wonder everyone's so competitive against me when I was on the mediums. I mean, I did notice that in free practice, the delta between the mediums and the softs were insane. They were like 1.5, 1.6 seconds. So I was like, wow. That's quite an intensive delta. But man, it must be like 2-second delta between the softs and the hards. This is looking marvelous. We're getting real momentum here. Yes. Thanks, mate. I got the lead.
The stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
What's my new strategy option?
Copy that.
We're going until the end. Yep. We're defending the lead very well. Let's go, let's go.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Okay, there's a yellow flag again behind me. I think the other Mercedes is retiring. I think Bottas is out. Yeah, he's falling down the order there. Must be the Mercedes retiring. Yep, he stopped on track. Yep, Mercedes out. Valtteri Bottas is out of the session. Alright, that gives us a huge gap to the car behind, which is Perez, 7 seconds. Although I'm worried that he's gonna be faster without the traffic of Bottas. We'll see. That's why I've been pushing so hard the last couple of laps. Now I'm gonna start preserving a little bit of tire because I don't want to pit again. We're going to go for tire saving and fuel saving methods right now. Not that we have too big of a problem with fuel because of the safety car, but if I drive as if I'm fuel saving, I do save a lot of the tires, so that's why. Coming up to the final lap of this whole Grand Prix, the Melbourne circuit, the Australian Grand Prix. A really good result here. P1 is in the books now because Perez and Ricciardo seem to be fighting over position. They have been catching me, but they have been squabbling a little too much. Plus, the safety car played greatly into our strategy because we were on the mediums, everyone was on used hards, and I moved on to fresh softs, so I had the pace advantage. Yep, 1 second, sure, yeah, but hey, a second a lap is not too bad when we're on the final lap and we have 4 seconds to the car behind, so we are doing very well. 5 seconds. A lot of close quarter racing throughout the whole Grand Prix weekend. And we're looking like we could get the win here. Really unlikely scenario here. We always struggled on the circuit, and it's good to finally have some pace. I am losing pace to Perez as he's dumping his ERS right now. So I'm hoping to strategize my ERS use here. Trying to dump it at the end so that I can, you know, extend the gap. Let's go. Oh my god, he just gained a second. Coming around the bend here. Yeah, the softs were really strong at the end. This is why I always start on the harder compound, because this strategy always gets you the fastest lap times. And here we go, fastest lap also. This is splendid. P1. Yes, here we go. Viva Ferrari.
Yes! Sì, ragazzi!
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
And that is that. What a stunning result. P1 for Ferrari. We love to see it. Really shaking things up in the championship. Went from DNF last time to a P1 finish today. I don't know where my pace came from. It all has to do with strategy, surely. This is a great win and tasty, tasty champagne from P1. And here's the result of the Australian Grand Prix. Fastest lap for us as well in P1. Very strong, but the fastest lap was lucky because we had a low fuel car, so we had a much lighter car than Max Verstappen when he did his fastest lap, and we were on the softs. Very fresh softs after a safety car, so we had perfect temperature, perfect conditions for fastest lap. Only 1/10, not even, maybe more like 6/100ths of a second difference here. Perez and Ricciardo in the podium with me. Verstappen, Sainz, Norris, Aitken, Ocon, Zhou, and Gasly in the top 10 points. Russell, Tsunoda, Latifi, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Mazepin, Schumacher round out the finishers with Bottas, Stroll, and Hamilton not finishing the race. Seeing both Mercedes out of today's race, we look likely to be getting some positions today, and and we have a 13-point gain on the McLaren. So let's take a look at the standings. I overtake Lando Norris, 266 points to my name, 249 for Lando Norris, who is now a total of 17 points behind me. I am another 37 behind Perez, so it could be possible to catch up to Perez. I don't know, but to be honest, it doesn't matter too much. But constructor standings wise, we've jumped up to P2. What the heck is this? How did this happen? All right. Fantastic race weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. P4 to P2 now, with Mercedes falling down to P4 as they failed to score any points, and we had a surplus of points against McLaren, so we overtake them as well. 8-point gap between McLaren and us. So let's see if we can keep this up around Saudi Arabia as well as Abu Dhabi and finish in P2 behind Red Bull. That was a splendid race. Strategy worked out to perfection. Always start on the harder compound and then go to the softer one. That is what really helps you win races around F1 2021 races. Started from a decent position, I would say, P9, but then had a couple of close calls that pushed us back a couple positions, and then we made up for lost positions relatively quickly. The safety car was absolutely perfect regarding timing. Could have been a little later. I mean, I would have preferred it to be a little later, but still very good timing because we were in a safety car lineup for about 2-3 laps, so we were able to save the life of the tires and actually start racing as soon as we were officially going to pit. So that was splendid timing, and the tires were absolutely insane. Soft compound tire versus hard compound tire must have a delta of about 2.5 seconds, 2 seconds, because I was rapid on those softs compared to the hard compound tire runners. Plus, they were a little worn as well. The hard compound tire runners were out for a couple laps, so they were indeed already slower. I couldn't have asked for a better Grand Prix. This was a great comeback after the DNF last time out, so hopefully we can keep this going in future Grand Prix. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. More F1 driver career mode will be going up on my channel, so please be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out. F1 2022 is also around the corner, so please be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out on those videos when I upload them. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys next time in Saudi Arabia.